Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4, where last time we kicked off our brand new adventure with Sim Settlements 2, meaning, yes, Sanctuary is a fair bit more populated than it normally would be at this point in the game. We've already got 13 bloody people here, so yes, I've decided to turn off the recruitment beacon just for the time being until, things settle down a bit and we've got the basics sorted out. Because, yes, right now we can't keep up with water, we can't keep up with defense, and arguably more importantly, yes, I think I've realized one of the key things I've got wrong when it comes to setting up my town. Because I've been thinking about this just like base game Fallout 4. Just, slapping down residential, slapping down some farming and assuming that's good enough. But no. This is Sim Settlements 2. The entire point is these societies have got to be self-sufficient. So I built way too much residential and nowhere near enough industrial. There's not enough building materials coming in to actually support this town, hence why it says 0 out of 1700 over in the top right. Now, the reason my town hasn't immediately ground to a halt is, if I understand this right, while I'm in the town, they're allowed to utilise my personal storage. So all the wood I'm chopping down, all the steel, they're allowed to make use of that, which is how they've been building all of these houses. But the moment I step away from town to go and, find the copper we need to build more water, more defense, all the rest of it, at that point, things are going to freeze up. So, okay, first things first today, let's get the basics sorted out. Right, just to clear out this ruined house, let's make a bit more space here. And here we flipping go. Let's get some lovely industrial plots down. One right over here. You can have a neighbor too. This is going to be, our big industrial center where everyone does their jobs. And, okay, now this I really bloody like, by the way. If we just, very quickly, just to clear out some of this room. Every type of building has got its own interior variant, meaning when I slap this down, it's going to generate furniture. Because the whole point is, it's what you put inside spaces that have already got walls, etc, etc. Meaning, as a result of that, you can actually use the houses around Sanctuary to, be houses again, which is delightful. Okay, we've got a couple of other basics to cover too. Before these guys eat all my concrete, slap down one water pump right outside my house. Lovely. Because yes, Mayor Bob deserves his own source of water. We can also just afford one more machine gun turret too. Beautiful. So, okay, defense is under control. Unfortunately, yes, we may have one slight issue. I've only got so many ASAM sensors. As an interim, we might just need to, yes, set up a small dormitory in the town. And I think that ought to be right here in the house by the bridge. So, when we've got visitors, they can stay here. It's a little bit scruffy, I'll admit, but it still works as a chair. It's marked in green, not in yellow, so I'm going to assume it's all fine. You guys can just, have your dinner here, prepare your food in this lovely kitchen right over in this direction. Here we go, just slap down a basic couple of beds. Does not need to be anything too fancy. This is literally just, a temporary place while we're just, figuring out where to get more ASAM sensors. Which I'm going to guess is, yes, the next big thing we need to get done. So, okay, that's a few beds. The rest I'd say, yes, we can probably cover with a few more ASAM sensors. Though, before we do that, I would like to check that, yes, my industrial zone is now working as it should. Okay. We've actually now got building materials in the town. Oh, and I'm starting to understand the symbols too. Okay, we're learning as we go here. So, wheelbarrow means this building is going to generate, yes, building materials. The vulture means it's going to generate junk. So, okay, we're bringing in both at the moment. So, okay, if I've understood this right, now if I go and slap down, a handful more residential zones, because some people still need beds, homes, etc., especially as without homes and without beds, people are going to be very bloody miserable, and I need happiness to go up if I want these buildings to get better, because, yes, as I understand it, this one doesn't mean one person lives here, it means it's a level 1 building. I keep this settlement, full of resources that it's generating by itself. I keep them nice and happy, then, in no time whatsoever, these buildings are going to get bigger. Which honestly I'm a bit sad about when it comes to this one, because this building is already perfect. It's amazing. I'm kind of sad that one day it might be replaced by something else. Okay, bloody hell, I don't know who lives here, but you are lucky. That's magnificent. I mean, okay, these ASAMs, they're doing the cocky job. Like, the view over the river and everything, this is... Okay, well, this is just cocking lovely. Like, seriously, mysterious stranger, you should be ashamed of your tiny shack. Oh, and speaking of which, I didn't actually, notice until I was editing last week's episode. We did see in his inventory, he's wearing Jake's scarf and is in possession of Jake's holster. So, I feel like, yes, possibly, I already know his name's Jake. He's just a bit shy about, saying it out loud to me. Oh, and this is cute as well, so okay. Like, a shack that's almost like a repurposed diner right here. Okay, now that's lovely too. That's really nice, in fact. Okay, you guys are doing a great job building all this nonsense. Also, particularly enjoy, yes, the person who's decided they want to live inside a cave that does appear to have a skull inside it. So, also knives. Maybe keep an eye on this person also. Oh, hello.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
That's no reason to go beating the living daylights out of it.
Well, how do I make it do what I want?
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know.
Then you don't know that kicking it won't work.
Okay, Lily, you are lucky to be allowed in this settlement anyway, okay? You clearly came from an area where there was some form of disease. You should be in cocky quarantine right now. Do not just come up to my new beautiful house and kick the flip out of it. Also, how can you possibly not be satisfied with the giant glass tower? It's beautiful.
What's going on here?
It's this sensor thing. I want to build a store, somewhere I could sell stuff. But it won't work.
A store? I don't think the sensors can build those. Can they?
I'm gonna be honest, I've no idea. It's my first cocky day as mayor, never mind with the ASAM sensors. But, okay, let's be positive and say, why not? We'll just go with that.
I don't see why not.
You know who would know? That ASAM fella. Maybe you should go find him. Ask him what else these sensor flibbity-gibbets can do.
Oh, good use of the word flibbity-gibbets. I'm going to get on that right now, purely because you said that. And on top of that, that also completes if I had a hammer. Be flipping beautiful, meaning I'm almost at the next level, and we begin casting a line. So okay, go speak to What's-His-Face, who presumably is, yes, back in Concord at his shop. But before we go, okay, I did have one thought as well, which is... Preston Garvey's here, and so Sturgis, so I suspect we might be able to, yes, make a lot of XP very easily right now. Okay, Preston, let's have a nice chat about, yes, how you get to live in my town, and as a result of that, you're going to be handing over money, XP, etc, etc. Okay, there we go. When Freedom Calls is completed, we level up from that, we begin the first step, and... Okay, on this occasion, Preston wants me to go to Oberland, not 10 Pines Bluff. Well, lardy flippin' da. And yes, in the meantime, Sturgis, we want to have a chat with you, because you're about to tell me to, get some basic food, beds, etc, etc done. Which, hilariously, he does do, even if you've already built said things. So, okay, Sturgis, let's interrupt you from your important job of... I don't know, possibly he's like... mixing concrete together or something. Yes, that feels like the sort of thing he's doing. And instead, just hammer A for a bit until you realise you're already standing in, a mostly built town. Though, why is the prompt to tear down an expert? Okay, that's... Oh, I think that's his job. He's a teardown expert. Also, okay, I guess I'm willing to do some work, if you insist, Sturgis. When I say, do some work, let's just hammer the A button a bit. There we go. He wants, some form of housing or something. Well, would you believe it's already here, etc, etc. Sturgis, hold still while I keep just hammering A for a minute. There we go. I tapped A enough, and that completes Sanctuary 2. So, hang about. Sturgis, buddy. Did I just see there for a second? Yes, here we go. You're happy, you've got a job, you've got a bed, but you don't have entertainment. So, right. That's why we need shops and whatnot. Lily is apparently correct. For people to be completely happy, we need to get that happening. Because until people are happy enough, this town's not upgrading. Oh, but hello, sexy. Right, as time goes on, we're unlocking more and more things. Because I swear, the 3x3 plot was not here a second ago. So, I mean, bigger plot. That says bigger building to me. So, okay, how about a beautiful lakeside property where potentially, if it turns out to be really nice, we could have Mayor Bob living his lovely waterfront property. Oh yeah, now this is going to be beautiful when it's done. I've no idea what this is going to turn into, but if we're lucky, it could be something absolutely cocking huge. Oh, by the way, you guys haven't got electricity, do you? Not there's enough electricity to go round, but like, you know, just in theory, you'd probably appreciate it. Oh, bloody hell, I don't know what this is about to turn into, but... Oh, I was right. So, okay, this is still a work in progress at the moment. Possibly we don't have enough resources to finish it, but 1 out of 3. Potentially this is going to house a lot more people a lot more efficiently. I love it. But yes, we definitely now have a problem with generators. We simply do not have enough power to make this society function. So... okay, time for me to mosey on out into the wasteland and figure that out, though... oh, bloody hell, that's nice. That's a lot of beds right here. I mean, it's kind of still made of scrap, but I kind of love that it looks like a big old chimney or something. Just, you know, mosey on in here. 1 bed here. Also, like a bunk bed where we didn't go for the lower bunk, literally just the upper bunk. So, right, this is like, you know... an apartment kind of a thing. I love it. Presumably, yeah, up here, we've got like, you know... oh, well, that's much nicer. I mean, just look here. That view right here onto the river. That's a nice house. I like this house. Okay, we definitely need to go out into the world. Because we need more copper, more gears, more everything. And I'm also slapping down another 3x3, because I love that first building so much. So we're having another one right by the entrance to town, because, seriously, this is getting impressive right here. People just like, you know, rock up to town, giant towers on one side, whatever this is going to be on the other. It's beautiful. Also, John, don't forget to level up. That's a thing you could do. And apparently you've done it twice and not bothered taking perks. So, okay. I'm going to say, yeah. 1 round of Rifleman, and 1 extra point in Endurance, just because, yeah, that's just more health, and it also moves me towards Aquaboy, which we're going to be wanting sooner or later. So, okay, let's mosey on back to Concord, and yes, check in with this chappie, because I suspect he's about to start sending me out into the wider world to, yes, indeed, potentially find various bits of information we're going to be needing in order to unlock new building types. And, of course, you know, build more ASAMs, because we're almost bloody out. And thanks to the fact we're playing survival mode, yeah, there is no chance whatsoever those raiders have regenerated. It's going to take them like a month of in-game time to come back into existence. So, yes, we should be able to loot the place pretty much no trouble whatsoever. And, honestly, there's a lot of stuff just dotted around Concord. Okay, speaking of looting, I was just, you know, cracking open this random preservation shelter. Nightingale Medical Cache. That is not here in the base game, okay? I may have just stumbled across, yes, possibly a brand new faction of some description. So, right. Apparently there's Nightingales out there somewhere, and they're going to be leaving Stimpaks dotted about. I mean, honestly, I'll take it. That seems pretty bloody useful. Okay, Jake, who I'm not supposed to know his name Jake yet, but like, you know, I saw your infantry. Let's have a nice chat, me and you, about how to upgrade these things a bit further. Oh, before we do though, you appear to have, buddy, a terminal. Here we go, these are new logs from Jake, so, right. Of particular note, there's a big old box of shipping records here. A few packages sent out only a few days before the bombs fell. Okay. I suspect he's about to start handing out directions to track down more ASAMs. Oh, and this could be of interest too. So at some point he was trying to sneak into that satellite station. That's going to be, yes, the Olivia array, just up the road. So, okay, that might be one of the places he wants me to break into.
Oh, hey there. Didn't expect to be seeing you again. Is something up? It's not the ASAMs, is it?
It is actually. In fact, buddy, I like them so much, we're gonna be needing more.
That's why I'm here.
So it is the sensors that bring you here. Look, I'll tell you the same thing I told the others. I know it may seem confusing, but trust me, just stick with it. Keep building with them, and provide your people with proper supervision. Eventually, it'll all make sense.
Buddy, you have got the wrong end of the stick. I love some of these buildings that are jumping up, but yes indeed. I want more. I need more ASAM sensors. I need them to do more. Just point me in the right direction. We'll get this done.
What else do you have?
What else? Are you saying the sensors aren't enough for you? Huh. Well, that's a first. Most people complain ASAMs are too complicated. No one's ever asked for more. I'm starting to get the feeling you're not exactly like most people, are you? All right, Slick. Consider me curious. What's your story? Like for starters, that Pip-Boy on your wrist. I bet there's a tale behind that.
There is indeed, buddy, but why the sudden interest?
Why do you ask?
It's not every day someone trips over a Pip-Boy. Heck, took me years to find mine. So where'd you get yours?
So, funny old story. In the pre-war world, I was what was called a mayor. It's basically a king, but better. Then the nuclear war happened and the US government figured, you know what? We've got to protect the important stuff. Like Mayor Bob. So they froze me so I could emerge in the future and rule over all of you. You're all very welcome.
I woke up at one point. Some people killed my wife and kidnapped my son. I'm trying to find him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know what that's... Well, I know something like that ain't easy. You might be surprised how common that kind of thing is out here. I mean, not the frozen in a vault part, but... I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I don't mean to pick at fresh wounds. But what you said about being frozen, are you telling me you're pre-war? Before the bombs?
Okay, I am, but don't change the subject, Jake, alright? We were getting very close to your tragic backstory there.
Then, if you don't mind my asking, why is a vault dweller from the past bothering with settlements and ASAMs?
Okay, I have no idea what line's about to be read out, but I am never not going to click on the option that says blood and money.
Blood, bullets, and money. All the way.
Oh, well, that's, certainly one way to go. I mean, if you're looking for caps, a successful settlement can give you that. And success often brings nefarious attention. So if you're spoiling for a fight, you won't have far to look. Well, guess that explains why you're so serious about this settlement stuff.
Okay, so we've got... Hang on. Apparently we've got a visitor. Hello there, Paul.
Raiders! Hurry!
Okay, so, right. I suspect, as I was mentioning last week, and indeed as Jake just implied, settlements are going to start drawing attention. But slow down, Paul. Tell me what's going on.
Slow down. Take a breath, for God's sake.
Back at the settlement, a whole bunch of them. They've taken hostages, please. You gotta hurry.
Damn raiders are like rad roaches. You crush one and 5 more crawl out. Well, don't you worry, Slick. I got your back. You helped me with my raider problem. Only right I help you with yours.
Okay, but seriously, how did they get past the turrets? I had like multiple turrets set up pointed at the bridge. Okay, we'll deal with this and yes, by the sounds of it, we've got a hostage situation. Which sounds, you know, a lot more interesting than just to go in and gun them down.
Alright, let's go.
Right you are.
Come on, get the lid out and move before somebody gets killed.
Also, I can't help but notice, Paul? Where are you going, Paul? Okay, he is now sort of turning back in the right direction. Maybe he's just like, you know, cutting back via Abernathy, which is a bit on the weird side, but sure. Oh, and hello, sexy. We've got a raider, but they're not just hostile on sight. Instead, yes, we might be able to, you know, negotiate a solution here. Though, not if they're maybe about to be attacked by bloatflies, because I'm pretty sure I see a bloatfly in the distance there, so... oh, this is definitely turning into, yes, a proper big fight against, yes, the bloatfly. So, Fortunately, they've not decided to hold that against me. Right, how about me and you have... Oh, right, I see the hostages and... Oh, blimey, it's a lot of hostages. They've taken like half the cocky town a hostage. Okay, let's just go in, have a nice chat, and wearing my lovely suit, we can sort this out. Like, hopefully.
Take one step closer and I shoot.
Okay, let's just calm down, everybody. Take it easy. We can sort this out.
Easy. I just want to talk.
Talk? Talk! I'm here to do more than talk.
Okay, I don't necessarily believe that, because if you were, people would already be dead. Let's talk about what you really want.
What do you want?
You wasted a whole bunch of us at Concord, so now you're gonna watch some of your people die.
Oh, this is a revenge hit against, like, you know, me personally, because I was the person who killed those raiders, so, okay. 100 caps is not much. Let's just do this, get it done, move on.
It's not much, but it'll do. All right, boys. I think they learned their lesson.
Alright, job done. Nobody dies, and we get to keep all of our settlers. Lovely, and, okay. As soon as everyone's safe and back at town, let's just say, I feel like now we need to get ourselves some revenge on these bloody raiders, and I think I know precisely where we want to go and hit them.
Not the way I would have done it, but at least it's over now. Say, before we came here, I wanted to ask you something. This maybe isn't the most appropriate time or venue for a chit-chat, but have you got a minute?
Oh, go on, Jake. Is it your tragic backstory by any chance?
Of course. What's up?
Well, this may seem abrupt, but the Commonwealth. By now, I'm sure you've experienced enough to form an opinion about it, so tell me, what do you think of it all?
Okay, I've literally only been in it for like 48 hours, and most of that's been spent dealing with you and your ASAMs. But sure, it's a start. Let's say that.
It seems like people are finally rebuilding and recovering from the nuclear war.
Ever the optimist, huh? Keep in mind, it's been over 200 years since that war, and folks are still rebuilding and recovering. Not exactly stellar progress. It's a real mess out here. People living in dirt, barely enough food or clean water, random attacks from raiders, pharaohs, or God forbid, synths. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. It just might be possible to bring back a measure of the civilization to the wastes. Like what you used to have.
Okay. Now, by any chance, yes, was synths maybe what got your family? Because you just focused on them at the end there, so let's just, you know, dig into that quickly.
Wait, what was that about synths?
If you've never seen one, count yourself lucky. They're kind of like robots, built by the Institute, but more human. Well, some of them. If you ever come across any, be ready for a hell of a fight. Or a hell of a run. Preferably in the opposite direction. But enough about that. Right now, I'm more concerned about rebuilding the wastes. You've already seen firsthand what ASAMs can do. And you've shown interest in what more you can get out of them. What if I were to tell you, we've only scratched the surface? And maybe, if you're willing, we could perhaps do more than you ever imagined. I've got plans, but I feel they'd go a whole lot smoother if I had a reliable partner to ride shotgun. So, what I propose is a partnership. You and me, working together to try and rebuild the Commonwealth. What do you say?
Alright, you just stay in your workshop tinkering, I go and murder some raiders, and also, you know, get to be mayor and get all of the money and glory. You've got yourself a deal. Though yes, what precisely do you see as my role in it?
What exactly do I have to do?
I need someone I can trust. Someone who'd be willing to go to bat for me. But mostly, I just need you to keep on doing what you've already been doing. Building up settlements and kicking ass. From what I've seen so far, you more than fit the bill on the kind of partner I need.
Okay, buddy, you've not even told me your name yet. I've figured it out by sneaking a peek at your scarf. But seriously, this is not a good foundation for a partnership.
Alright, I'm in.
Hell yeah! You are not gonna regret this. I suppose a proper introduction is in order. Name's Jake. Jake Evans. And it's a pleasure to be working with you.
Okay, we finally cookie got there. Right, Jake, let's me and you get started, because I suspect I know precisely where you're sending me next.
Let's get started then.
All right. With the formalities out of the way, let me answer a query of yours. Earlier, you showed an interest in getting more out of ASAMs. Now, if that's something you really are serious about, then I know where to find the equipment we need. However, there is a small problem.
Okay, I'm guessing by any chance, is it going to be more raiders?
Sharp as a tack. You're right, of course. It's our old friend, raiders. The place with the ASAM equipment has been claimed by a raider gang. Really dug their heels in. And they're not open to doing trade. But I reckon together we could break into the little base and grab what we need. However, we would be in for a tough fight. So, you think you'd be up for that? Taking on a raider stronghold?
And yeah, based on what we saw on the terminal, I'm guessing it's gonna be Olivia, the satellite array to the north.
Don't worry, I'll help you deal with these raiders.
Well, all right. Now, this equipment we're after was delivered from Concord Hardware to an old Air Force satellite station called Olivia. So that's where we'll be heading. But before we go there, might want to make a pit stop or two. I understand a nearby farm has had recent dealings with this particular group of raiders. It might be worthwhile asking them about it. See if we can't get more up-to-date intel. Also, I've got a small cache of gear hidden nearby Olivia. It's probably still there. Would be useful for our little venture. I'll mark your Pip-Boy with our points of interest, but it's up to you what we do. I'm handing over the reins.
Okay, so Abernathy, obviously, yes, they want the locket and whatnot, but on top of that, sounds like we've potentially got ourselves a brand new stash of gear. Marvellous. Also, I'm gonna be honest, guys, yes, my first priority right now is just, your tato crop, because I am absolutely cooking famished, and we do not have much food back at base. There we go, just shove a giant pile of potatoes in my mouth, and we are feeling much better. And by the looks of it, yes, Jake's gear is going to be just around the corner, on the other side of the road from Olivia, so, okay. If we want to be approaching from the west anyway, well, I think you all know how we're getting there in that case. And I'll tell you what, if we're going into combat, then yeah, give me a rank of sneak. Sneak is never gonna hurt. Then just sleep a few hours until morning, get a save down in case you know anything goes horribly wrong at the raid base. Lovely weather for it today, beautiful. And now it's time to slap on the armor and go kick some ass. So alright, Jake, Dogmeat, you're with me, and yes indeed, we're going to be taking an immediate left turn and moseying round the lakefront. One random dog and one, excuse me, no, where do you think you're going, Mr. Radstag Doe? Just help himself to a bit of Radstag meat while we're passing by too. Two guaranteed animal spawns are very, very useful indeed for the early game. And then we just sneak on the... Never mind, we immediately got spotted by raiders. I didn't want to get spotted by these raiders, but the raiders immediately, right, Dogmeat, we should actually just go forward and... Oh, someone's taking pot shots at me. Right, that's a shotgun at long range. Don't worry about that. This guy is, right, that's just an attack dog. Should be able to take you out without too much difficulty. That's you done. Plenty of cover, bare minimum. Dogmeat. I feel like we're not done yet, Dogmeat. Would you mind maybe just... Okay, you know what's going to be fine. Just go over to here. One Molotov. That should... How on earth did that... Okay, that was not a miss. He is on fire. And that is just... Look at the damage. The drain on Molotov cocktails is ridiculous. Just finish you off, buddy. One good headshot. I didn't want to fight those guys. But I tell you what, it's probably a good warm-up. Right, then done. Just check. Keep our distance because there are a couple of Mirelurks floating around here. Don't want trouble with them. Because Jake, you're a good friend, but... Oh, this is not what I was expecting. This is... There's some raiders here. I mean, so far they're not attacking me. You guys aren't normally here. This is... Jake, don't do it, Jake. Jake, guns away. Right. Not sure why you guys are here, but you guys are here. It's all fine. The important thing is that we get our new sentry bot friend on side. Alright, help myself to military grade circuit board. No trouble, guys. No trouble. Right up to the point where I turn the sentry bot on. Then possibly some trouble as far as you guys are concerned. Also, this door does sometimes glitch out. I've seen this before. It's fine. This isn't a real door. It's just a fake one. Seriously, what are you guys doing here? I don't know, but I'm very tempted to just Molotov the lot of you. Right, go over to the terminal. Eject the holotape. And now, buddy, you are going to be activated. Beautiful. And now, buddy, I would like you to obviously make your way to Olivia. Okay, so this is all going very peculiar, which is, yes, it turns out the mole rats have shown up, the raiders are staying neutral, and are taking out all of the mole rats, meaning, as a result of that, yes, the sentry bots just naffed off into the distance, and I'm just going to assume maybe you guys are being stored here for later. So we're going to leave you alone just in case, like, you know, you're needed for plot stuff or something. And I wasn't supposed to find you. So, okay, you buddy, you've gone well ahead. You're going to be dealing with that situation. Meanwhile, yes, as I was saying, far side of the road, this is where the cache is. So he's just making his way. Over there, there's going to be a few more mole rats, possibly explosive mole rats. Not going to be my problem, though. This is now that robot's problem. So, oh yeah, I'm hearing gunfire. This sounds good. So, okay, he just needs to dig that up for a second.
How do you like the headwear? Pretty cunning, don't you think?
I think he was possibly supposed to be putting on a helmet, but I already gave him a hat.
You look absolutely fabulous.
Well, I know it's a flattering color, but fabulous? Kinda feel bad with what you're stuck with now. Here, this is for you.
Did you genuinely just give me a stim pack and some knuckles and red batting a helmet? Okay, that's what we're supposed to be wearing, I think. Oh no, no, it's awful. No, Jake's right. Stick with the captain's hats. There we go. Now we both look amazing again. Right, let's go mop up whatever the robots failed to deal with. Because yeah, he can deal with the exterior nice and easy.
I'm gonna hold back, scout the area for nasties. I'll let you deal with the raiders directly outside Olivia. Once you're done taking out the trash, I'll meet you at station's entrance.
So, you're just going to sit back and eat pies, and I'm going to go and do everything. You know what? It's fine. I'm a Fallout protagonist. It happens to me a lot. Oh, hilariously, the area is already cleared of raiders. Possibly the robot already killed them. I didn't do a thing.
There were a few lookouts around the perimeter, but I took care of them. Shouldn't have to worry about anyone raising the alarm. At least, not right now.
Okay, Jake. I feel like you didn't do that good a job at securing the perimeter, actually.
Say, before we head in, would you care for a bit of advice?
Oh, go on, sure. From the guy who just failed to stop that dog sneaking up on us.
Sure, what's up?
This particular raider group packs a little more artillery than the usual riffraff. And that includes some nasty big miniguns. Just remember, miniguns need a few seconds to warm up before they start firing, so make sure you use that to your advantage. And make sure you get your ass behind some damn cover. You can't get hit by what can't see you.
Alright, he's not wrong. There is a raider with a minigun in there, even in the base game, so, okay, just pay attention to that, it's all gonna be fine. Now, if I recall correctly, yeah, there's no one in the very first area. Mosey on through, nice and easy. Turns out there are raiders in the opening area. I think they sort of, like, you know, circle around it. Just take you out nice and easy. One, a good shot. Just get him before he disappears around the corner. Gosh darn it, that's no good at all. Right, we'll get back to you in a second. Oh, we're now in a bit of danger. Probably just the attack dogs. And honestly, Jake's gun seems to be pretty bloody good. If they want to try and, you know, rush me, I'm okay with that.
We're in luck. Air Force kept a log of inventory. And it mentions a delivery from Concord right here. From Concord Hardware.
Shit.
Delivery by Boston Direct. Courtesy of Sender K.S. Magnuson. Item 1, industrial-sized Robco ComHub unit. ComHub. That must be the ASAM equipment we're here for. And I think it's stored behind that door up ahead. Which is locked. Huh. Looks like it was recently tampered with. There's an extra level of security. I reckon I could get through it, though. Just give me a few minutes. In the meantime, I'd appreciate if you take care of any raiders around. I don't like the idea of someone sneaking up on us while I work on this.
Okay. I'm guessing possibly with advanced hacking, you could just crack the door, but... Oh, hello over there! Don't mind me! Thank you for waiting till our conversation was done. And now, honestly, yes. Holding against advancing foes with a shotgun, especially, you know, a pretty decent shotgun with a ranker rifleman round a corner, yeah. We're okay. First things first, just, yeah, sort out the side corridors before we go out into the area proper. I know they've got a couple of dogs in here. Where are the dogs? Alright, just tell myself to... Even more antibiotics. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. In which case, go over to... Never mind, I thought you were... Oh, blimey! Ow, 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 ow. Okay, that's fine. I'm in my thing. You can't use VATS when you're in your quick change menu. Also, oh, dog meat. Would you like a dog collar? Oh, there you go. That looks nice on your dog meat. I knew there was a cocky dog around here somewhere. Right. Go over to short hunting rifle. If I can, yeah, get a shot at anyone through the window. Better and better. We may have already taken care of, yeah, the basics in the first room, though. This is a really small dungeon, by the way. Basically, it's just, yes, this room, and then one more beyond it. And, oh, hello over there. Don't you worry about me. There we go. Triple XP. And if anyone comes around that corner, Molotov them. At this range, just do it. And... no. Not sure about my position. Careful. Slowly. Step by step. And... oh, yeah. That'll flip it. Do the job. That's Akak dead in a single shot. And oh, blimey, hang on. You've got a shotgun too. You just go and bite them. That's kind of your job, please. And... oh, well, Cockadana. Oh... that's the power of throwables in survival mode. When everyone's got reduced health meters, big single damage stuff like that, oh, that does the job. Also, I can't help but notice there's definitely still gunfire. Hang on, who's still alive? Because the game was indicating, yes, we kind of killed everybody. Jake, are you okay? Okay, we've got somebody here. Hello there. Don't mind me. We're just going to take you out, buddy. It's all going to be fine. Possibly, yes, Jake can't kill people. He could just knock them down. Right. Don't worry about this. Still need to do that whole locket business. And, yes, if I'm remembering this right... here we go. Step 1, the locket. But step 2... this area seems to always have a legendary rad roach in it. Like, some places just seem to always have legendaries. It's weird. But apparently not today, so... okay, bare minimum, it's a giant pile of meat. I'll flip and take it, together with the intel room key. Though we don't need that on this occasion, because, yes, it seems to have been overwritten by the fact that only Jake can open that door. Right, back to you, Jake, old buddy.
Mighty impressive. Thanks for the help. I was not enjoying the shootout developing there.
Okay, so yes, those two people presumably just spawned behind him, so you had to go and help him out. So, always happy to kill. You know what? I'm just going to play Mayor Bob as the sort of person who will take every opportunity to say something deeply worrying. And yes, just watch Jake desperately try to ignore it.
Those raiders won't be bothering anybody again.
Oh, dang it. Dented my helmet. Oh, well, better than a bullet to the brain box. All right, let's get down to business.
So, you could just hit the computer, though I'm gonna be honest, buddy. Now I've got the key. I could just open the door anyway, you stupid loser.
Raiders interrupted as I was finishing up. Just need to hit the last few keys on the terminal and... hey, presto! There we are. Let's take a peek inside, shall we? Help yourself to anything that takes your fancy. Only one thing I'm interested in. And I think it's right over here.
Alright, in we flippy go. And, oh yeah, here's the good stuff right here. Also, just casually kicking a skeleton out of the way. Love it.
Would you look at that? Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm gonna be honest, Jake, it looks rather broken to me.
Take a look. Shipment label reads, from Concord Hardware. This is definitely the equipment we're here for. No mistake there. This is the ASAM comm hub. As best as I understand it, this thing connects to the sensors somehow. allowing them to do more stuff. But I wouldn't really know how it does that until I turn it on. Although looking at it, doesn't look like time's been too kind to this old gal. I'm already seeing a fair number of damaged components. I wonder if it'll still be able to run.
Okay, so you go take care of that in your workshop. I'll go back to Abernathy, deal with them. We can catch up later.
See, if you've not already done so, now might be a good time to get your bearings. Still can't imagine how overwhelming all this must be for you. Maybe check in on any settlements you've got going. Or if you think you might need more sensors, there may be some not too far from here. A place called West Everett Estates. But I should warn you, area's overrun with super mutants. Might be a challenge for you, even after this.
Okay, more sensors, but yes. Fallout 4 super mutants, not a joke at low levels. Those guys are tanky.
I'll contact you once I've looked over the comm hub. Hopefully by then I should have some idea of how it works. Until then, stay safe out there, alright? Oh, and again, great work today.
Alright, there we flippy go. Jake has been helped, and I'm sure I'm in line for a giant pile of XP at some point soon. Oh, there we flippy go. Marvellous. And you know what? If we're going up against super mutants soon, yeah, let's get gun crafting moving in the right direction. As for me though, okay. Number 1, Mr. Abernathy.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop. Least we can.
Alright, there we flipping go. Yep, more XP. Don't worry about the Minutemen though. We don't care about the Minutemen. They don't matter. And as for back at base, okay. You guys have all been very patient with the power situation. And I have got marvellously good news. Also, over on the left there, the game is implying there's not enough defense right now. So, I mean, okay, just in case, yep, more raiders show up. How about even more cocky turrets, okay? That's going to keep you guys happy. Oh, and even better, like, for people who are visiting town, like, you know, in the hotel or whatever, you guys should have your own water pump. So that, you know, when you arrive, you can clean up if you're a bit dusty from the road, etc, etc. Which is also a tiny bit more water because, once again, for some reason, there we flipping go, the water meter's filled up. No idea what the hell you want from me in terms of defense, but apparently this is not good enough yet. Oh, better. A bright new day means, yes, a giant pile of building materials, and I'm starting to suspect the reason this is not being built is simply because, yeah, we've simply got too many houses, too many beds, beautiful. But yes, indeed, as Sanctuary starts to take shape, I'd say let's call it apart there, because next time, oh, we're going on one hell of a journey. West Everett is, yes, the far side of the water from Lexington, so we're going all the way down there, and then looping round to a super mutant encampment. Meaning, yes, we may wish to strongly consider doing some weapon upgrades before we set off. So, join me next week as we begin our first great journey in our brand new playthrough. Hopefully, you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.